the United States is going to continue to have this battle down at the U.S. southern border. But according to many experts, they say this battle will actually save social spending programs. These are things like Social Security, cash assistance, food assistance, housing assistance, education, childcare, and so much more. So, what is happening at this time? Well, that's what we're going to address in today's video. All I can tell you right now is you do not want to miss this entire video. Watch this entire thing. Also, share this with your friends and your family over on Facebook so they too know exactly what is going on. But all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button, and let's begin. So what's happening right now is we are continuing to see this battle down at the U.S. southern border, but it's now starting to take shape. We're starting to see, as we get closer to this upcoming presidential election, we're starting to see what lawmakers are actually asking for, what the Biden administration wants, what the Trump administration could be asking for. But I want to show you what's happening at this time. Look at this. It says immigration is taking pressure off the job market and the U.S. economy, according to experts. They say foreign-born workers made up 18.6% of the civilian labor force in 2023, up from 15.3% in 2026. Now, why is that important? Well, it's because of the people that are coming into the United States. If you come into the United States illegally and you're not claiming asylum, then you cannot get a job. You cannot legally work in the United States. But this is where experts say the Biden administration is attempting to use these migrants as a way to provide additional tax revenue into these social spending programs. Look at this. I just want to show you this because this is what many people are seeing. It says City of Denver hosts work permit clinics to help expedite process for migrants. Now, that article, okay, that was, I believe, posted sometime in February, but somebody sent that to me because that is exactly what they were, or their family member was given. Told them, go to Denver. As soon as you make it into the United States, go to Denver, Colorado, and figure out how you can get a work permit, because that's what they were seeing. This is the exact article that somebody sent me, saying that this is what their family member got. This is what they were told. But here's the truth. President Biden is fast-tracking work authorization for migrants who cross legally into the United States. This is where we're starting to see this disconnect. Many people, thousands and thousands of people are coming into the United States expecting they're going to get free health care, which they will not unless they're in California. They will get free shelter, which they will not in all states. They will get free food, which in many cases they will get. They will get a free education, which again is something everyone's going to get in the U.S. But here's the big one. They're going to get a work permit. They will not. This is where experts are saying that the Biden administration is attempting to change who is allowed to claim asylum. They want to change the rules. They want to change the law. Because if they do that and more people can claim asylum, this could fix those social spending programs. Let me read you this as well. One person said, and I quote, "The problem at the U.S. southern border cannot be fixed overnight. We understand," and this is a lawmaker, it doesn't say exactly who this is though, it says, "We understand that this process will take some time and will likely require small steps, not a huge overhaul of the entire program." Now, I've been saying this from the beginning. It's going to require multiple little changes, not a huge overhaul of the entire U.S. southern border. It's going to be small. And so some of the things, could we change policies? Yes. Could we add additional funding? Yes. Can we do all these massive changes in just one shot? Most likely not. And that's where we're getting to things, that's why things are so difficult at this time. But I want to read you this. It says the reward for expedited migrant work permits outweighs the risk, because some people are concerned with higher inflation. Well, President Biden, based off a recent statement, this is what President Biden is being tasked with. According to reports, it says he is supposed to solve the mass immigration crisis, provide more funding to cities to help them pay for the influx of migrants. And just so you know, if we are allowing more migrants to get a work permit, for one, is this going to solve the mass immigration crisis? No. But is it going to solve the massive amounts of people that are sleeping on streets, that are going to theft and robbery in order to pay for their meals? Yeah, it'll solve those things. It says it'll provide more funding to cities. If more people in those cities now have funds to go and pay for food, pay for a house, right? Pay taxes legally, then yes, the city's gonna make some money. Also, if we take those people off the streets, stop giving them free food at a food bank, don't give them free health care, right? Well, guess what? It's gonna provide more funding to that city that can use it elsewhere. It also goes on to say, President Biden is also being tasked with solving Social Security before it becomes insolvent. If we are seeing more people work, now they're paying taxes, which some are saying this would be a requirement. Okay, let me read this. It says right here that one of the things that the Biden administration is planning to do, based off of reports, in order to fix Social Security and other social programs, allow more immigrants into the U.S., expedite immigrant work permits, require all newcomers that you have to file taxes no matter what. You have to file taxes. And then President Biden would use that additional tax revenue and help fund other programs, especially Social Security. It also goes on to say he's also being tasked with keeping the economy going strong and helping lower inflation. Well, that and as well, I'll throw this one in there, but helping Democrats win in the upcoming election. Because Democrats need to remain in control of the presidency. They need to get the House of Representatives back, and they need to continue to have the majority in the Senate. If they don't have those, which as of right now they do not have the majority in the House, it will cause a lot of chaos over the next 4 years as well, or technically over the next 2 years, because there'll be a midterm election as well. Now, here's what I can tell you. And again, this is where things get very interesting. Right now, the IRS is trying to do what they can to go and pull money from people that have it. Well, look at this. It says the IRS to retrieve potentially hundreds of millions of dollars from Americans who failed to file tax returns. Now, based off of everything that I've read, the IRS is attempting to go after about 125,000 people that have reportedly made over $400,000 per year over the past handful of years. They're expecting to bring in over $200 million in additional tax revenue. But are these people actually going to have the money? Well, we don't know. All I can tell you right now is what is happening is we are starting to see a shift. We are starting to see this border crisis, and starting to see some light at the end of the tunnel. Where are lawmakers going? What are they attempting to do? Well, the Biden administration wants to bring more people in. If we can bring more people in, based off what experts are saying, this will solve the social spending programs, but it's not going to solve inflation. It's not going to solve the crisis at the U.S. southern border. More people will just start coming in thinking that they are going to get a work permit. They're going to get housing. They're going to get food. They're going to get insurance. At this time, you don't get those things. Now, it's a luxury. But thousands and thousands of people cross the U.S. southern border every single day thinking that as soon as they get here, they're going to get all these free things. And that's just not the case. But we're going to see what happens moving forward. All I can tell you right now is lawmakers are trying to figure this out, trying to pass some type of legislation. The problem is nobody, from Republicans to Democrats to independents, they are not in agreement as to what is the best way to move forward. So, as soon as we get any of that information, I promise I'll fill you in on all the latest news and updates. But that is what we know as of today. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing. I'll see you guys on the next one.